Greetings and welcome to this next installment of Bible Topics that make you say, hmm. And I'm Robin Sweet Ransom, and I'm glad that you could join me today. And let's jump into my bag of tricks as I ask you, is the devil your friend? Don't you ever feel like he's your friend? I mean, he promises to give you whatever you want, no strings attached, so to speak. And look at this picture, it cracks me up. It says, "You call me evil?" He says, "I give you knowledge and free will, and this is how you thank me?" Right? He tries to present himself as a friend of man. Have you been deceived by him? Let's get into Satan and who he is. Paul says in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 14, and no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. So Satan can present himself as an angel of light. Let's go back to the beginning when he first introduced himself to us in Genesis chapter 3, verses 1 through 5. It says, "Now the serpent, who is Satan, was the most cunning of all the wild animals that the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, 'Did God really say you can't eat from any tree in the garden?' The woman said to the serpent, 'We may eat the fruit from the trees in the garden, but about the fruit of the tree in the middle of the garden, God said, you must not eat it or touch it, or you will die.' 'No, you will not die,' the serpent said to the woman. 'In fact, God knows that when you eat it, your eyes will be opened and you will be like God, knowing good and evil.'" First lie ever told. But this was Satan in the beginning, presenting himself in a way like an angel of light. He is showing that God, on the other hand, is evil, that he's keeping back from humankind something that is good for them, not bad for them. Why not eat? And he was successful because he did not tell Eve to eat. He just posed a question, put a seed of doubt into her heart and her mind, and she partook. And she found out the hard way that the devil had lied to her. Let's go to the King James Version of Isaiah 14:12 through 15, where we first hear this term, Lucifer. "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit." So verse 15 says, "Okay, Lucifer, you have set yourself up to be this angel of light." Lucifer means bearer of light. So you've set yourself up this way. But God has got a whip for you, Toby. You are going to be cast down to the lake of fire. But until his eventual demise occurs, he is free to roam about and present himself like an angel of light and even deceive you into believing that he's your friend. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 28, verses 13 through 15. This is also speaking about the devil. It says, "You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every kind of precious stone covered you: carnelian, topaz, and diamond, beryl, onyx, and jasper, sapphire, turquoise, and emerald. Your mountains and cities were crafted in gold. They were prepared on the day you were created. You were an anointed guardian cherub." I mean, he was in the Garden of Eden. "For I had appointed you. You were on the holy mountain of God. You walked among the fiery stones." What are we saying here? Before he became Satan, Lucifer was amazing in his light and his beauty. There's other scriptures to indicate that he was like a musician. He was the one who was in charge of praise and worship. Is it no wonder that Satan loves to take over music? He is in the music industry because there you can control people's minds by what they listen to. And he's been successful in getting into our minds, both in the church and in the world. Verse 15, from the day you were created, you were blameless in your ways until wickedness was found in you. Through the abundance of your trade, you were filled with violence and you sinned. So I expelled you in disgrace from the mountain of God and banished you, guardian cherub. His job was to guard Adam and Eve, and he failed them. He was supposed to be their friend, and he failed them. Jumping over to 17, your heart became proud because of your beauty. For the sake of your splendor, you corrupted your wisdom. So I threw you down to the earth. I made a spectacle of you before kings. Revelation goes on to say, then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, which is Satan. The dragon and his angels also fought, but he could not prevail, and there was no place for them in heaven any longer. So the great dragon was thrown out, the ancient serpent who is called the devil and Satan. It's got several names, right? Was once known as Lucifer, the one who deceives the whole world. He can do that because he transforms himself into an angel of light. He was thrown to earth and his angels with him. Then I heard a loud voice in heaven say, the salvation and the power and the kingdom of our God and the authority of his Messiah have now come, because the accuser of our brothers has been thrown out, the one who accuses them before our God day and night. Is he your friend? He accuses you day and night before the Lord and says you're worthless. You will never amount to anything. You will always sin because you will fall under his sway. Remember, he challenged God when it came to Job and said Job would curse God and die, and Job didn't. What about you? Will you believe the lies that the devil is your friend and curse God and die? Remember, the devil masquerades as an angel of light. Do not be deceived. The devil is a roaring lion seeking to devour you, 1 Peter 5 and 8. And he specializes in deceit. Why? Because as Jesus said in John 8:44, he is the father of lies. He speaks his native tongue, lies. He makes wrong appear to be right and right appear to be wrong. He turns darkness into light and light into darkness, Isaiah 5:20. But you do not have to be deceived. Be on guard against these seducing spirits, 1 Timothy 4:1-4. Not only is he deceitful, his angels, who are demons, are deceitful, and they use humans to deceive you too, in the church and out of the church. So be alert and stand firm in the faith. 1 Corinthians 16:13. And remember that your true friend is Jesus. He loves you so much, and he's such a good friend to you that he died for you. Look at this picture. And no wonder, for Satan himself keeps transforming himself into an angel of light. It is therefore nothing great if his what? His ministers also keep transforming themselves into ministers of righteousness, but their end shall be according to their works. 2 Corinthians 11:14-15. I ask you, is the devil your friend? Isn't he? Absolutely not. Jesus is your true friend. What did he do? He laid down his life for you. John 15:13-14 says, greater love has no one than this, than to lay down one's life for his friends. You are my friends if you do whatever I command you. The question you should now ask yourself, are you Jesus's true friend? Or are you his arch enemy, Satan's true friend? All right, join me next time on Bible Topics That Make You Say, hmm. See you soon.